Hello guys, it's Ocean Breezer 325 here. I apologize for the lack of uploads, but here we are. I'm back. Reasons why I've been not uploading: school has been an increase of priority lately, but now I'm on vacation, so daily uploads shall become again frequent. And also, not sure most of you guys know this, but my entire family came down with COVID-19. I am happy to say that we're all okay, and everything's fine. So anyway, here we are on North Domination, the Icarus. So, a couple things to know about British destroyers. Their 2x2 format is disgusting. Now, there's one downside, is that they're so accurate, any subtle movement will throw off all your torps. And you'll see that throughout this entire video. That's like the only thing I have with this single by single. That even if you make one subtle turn, you're probably gonna dodge them. But if somebody's bowing and charging your smoke screen, and they don't have sonar or anything, they're gonna get wrecked. They're just gonna get hit by bow. So, some interesting things about the Icarus that I personally like. She is a balanced ship. She's not the worst or the best gunboat, and she's not the worst or the best torpedo boat. She is a balanced tier 5 destroyer. And then, again, builds always at the end of videos. So here, I spawn in the middle, and here's something rare you'll see me do, which is rush a cap, especially the middle cap. Not the greatest tactic, since you have a high chance of getting crossfired. Montecuccoli there, and he is very well inside my torp range, especially since I have an 8.7 torp range on this build. And there's an Ohotnik. Now, honestly, this Ohotnik should have wrecked my butt, but he decides to smoke up, and he kind of misses most of his shots, and I smoke up as well, and I try to get out of there, because this is not a position you want to be. And another characteristic of British destroyers, they're plentiful but short-lasting smoke screens that are great because you always have one when you need one. They're basically good for kind of like kiting away. If you're in trouble and you don't feel like it's necessary to get in a gunfight, you probably will have a smoke screen there. Just pop it while running away. Is there a pesky battleship who needs to be dealt with low health? Pop a smoke screen, shoot a couple things, move on. And here, those torpedoes weren't even meant for the Montecuccoli. And he gets hit by 2, and that's a death strike to begin the game, which is honestly very entertaining. I was actually aiming for the Ohotnik. I would have thought he would have stayed in his smoke screen, but he didn't. Well, this Ohotnik, though, he was dealt with quickly, so thank you to my teammates, because that Ohotnik could have definitely destroyed me. Like Zarkun says, the party bus. It has plenty of guns and just wrecks other DDs in a gunfight. So the primary gunboats for this team they've been diminished, so that kind of gives me free reign, basically. So there's the Texas. He's rushing into the cap. I realize there's no threat in capping B, so this is going to be a vital help to my teams. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this cap here. Also, if you guys are watching this by the time I upload this video, again, I'm streaming today, as of Friday, Saturday. Sorry, Saturday. I'm not quite sure what day of December it is, but today, as of the day it's published, I will stream 7 p.m. Pacific time, because I live in California, to about maybe midnight. 5-hour stream. So look out for that, guys. I know if you guys don't join, you guys are probably watching the Canelo fight. But it would be an honor if you would join us for tonight's stream, as it is one of our biggest streams, but will not top Monday's stream. Monday's stream, as soon as I wake up that is going to be roughly a 10-hour stream to cover the update. And also, today's stream will be about that. So there you see, we just torped the Texas to oblivion. So right now, we're doing pretty good, and we almost hit a New Mexico. Which, honestly, he wasn't even paying attention. So we cap B, and right now we have a cap advantage. We have, I believe that's C. Yes, C and B. I can't really see because the screen's kind of small. And then I see this New Mexico who's just sitting in the back, not doing nothing. So I ask for his support, and we'll see what happens. So right now we have a significant DD advantage. Right now our DD should be all over these battleships in the back, torping them to oblivion, and just absolutely commanding. But of course, my team and destroyers are a bunch of potatoes, especially at the end when we could have lost because our DD was an absolute potato. It was just horrible. And I also have a lot more good videos. Finally, today has just been an awesome day for just gameplay. This Icarus gameplay actually is kind of old. I just never got around to recording because school became a priority, and then that whole situation about me and my family getting COVID. But again, we got over it. My dad was actually he got the worst of it, but he's fine now. We're all fine. We're all safe and sound. So again, we're going back to normal daily recordings and daily uploads. So that's great news. So, and you see there, the New Mexico barely moved, and you see how far off the sequential torps are. They're off by like 10 kilometers now. And this was not good for me because I don't have a stealth build on this Icarus here. It's really a balanced build. I'm not too keen on concealment other than Japanese ships, which I love. And as of recording this, I just unlocked the Fubuki, and I almost got a Kraken 2 games in a row. So I am loving the Fubuki. And Mutsuki as well, I have a Kraken. And also the Vanguard, this morning I got a Kraken. So today was just a great day to play World of Warships Legends. I hope I can carry on through that for today's stream. As of recording this video, of course, again. Another thing that I forgot to touch on is that the Icarus has British sonar. 3-minute duration. Which is absolutely absurd. So if you're in a division and there's a DD risk, you're basically immune to torps for 3 minutes. Like, the British sonar is amazing. Most people hate the British smoke, but I personally love it. I just think if you use it correctly, like I've kind of been doing, kind of like use it to get out of sticky situations or just HE spam low health ships. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful smoke screen. And the torps are nice too, with average, about average everything. So here I try to line up the New Mexico. He's just turning out. Again, we have decent torp range, 8.7 kilometers on this build, which is not that bad. Not that bad. Again, as always, commander builds at the end of videos. So, this Minakaze that's right here, this is actually one of my mistakes I make in this game. Other than the beginning of rushing B, right there, I fire my shots, but the plane was able to spot me. And here, I start to kind of panic because I realize that I've outran the Mutsuki smoke screen, and the New Mexico gets the idea, get rid of me as quick as he can. So you notice we have 3 destroyers versus a cruiser and 2 battleships. So right now I'm thinking, well, I mean, it's not like we're gonna lose this game, right? We almost do. My Minakaze, who just put up the smoke screen, is an absolute potato. He just launches out, just takes off his smoke screen, and then just fires his guns and then gets wrecked. No dirt, there's a Grafspee, a New Mexico, and a Nikolaya. And here's the, I believe this is the Minakaze, who just, yeah, there's the Minakaze, just absolutely being a potato. Although, to be fair, I guess that's not being a potato, that's just getting unlucky. The Grasp-B, with great torpedoes, manages to get a shot. So here, I realize the greatest threat to me and supremacy is the Grasp-B. The battleships can't do anything on my Torps. The Grasp-B can absolutely wreck me. And there he spots me. And again, there's my smoke screen available when I need it. And with this build, I have smoke for 10 seconds deployment, which is pretty good. Now, the smoke doesn't last that long as far as like my build, but how long I have it for, like the ability to use it, is amazing. So Grasp-B dodges my Torps, not surprising. Our other destroyer unfortunately can't get away from the Grasp-B, so he goes down. He does hit the Grasp-B with Torps. I try to tell the Minikaze to get back, because I'm hoping he has an amazing concealment, but unfortunately he dies as well. So now this is when I realize we're winning by a lot of points. And they're gonna hunt me, and this is when I use that to my advantage. Because they have to hunt me, I get to chase them where I have the advantage, and you'll see that Fuso who I try so hard to torp, I get him where I want him to be, and he can't escape my torps. Which is what you want to do in these situations. Most people will just be like, well, I'm just going to go out and YOLO torp. No, we're winning the match on points. I have to be smart about this. So first I'm thinking, okay, let me get the Fuso out the way, because this Fuso, it doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. So ready up the sequential torps, and then we go and launch them. But my overall thinking is that this Fuso is gonna die right here, which he doesn't, unfortunately. All my torps miss, and exactly what I said in the beginning of the video, the only problem with sequential torps, one simple move and you dodge all of them, which is exactly what he does. So, if you are a battleship in these situations, always change your maneuvers. Just maneuver always, because you never know when torps are coming. And most of the time in a British destroyer, you're going to fire you're going to fire one by one torps, which means they're incredibly easy to dodge. And you see there, the Fuso dodges that no problem. So now this is when I kind of set up my trap. I know the graph space capping B. They're going to try and deny me on points. I know the Fuso and the Nikolaya are chasing me. So I'm using that to my advantage and luring them into a trap. Because he knows what direction the torps are coming, he's probably thinking, I'm gonna go defend C. And he's right. What he doesn't know is that I'm going to set him up for a nasty torpedo strike that he cannot avoid because he won't see it coming. So this is kind of like the boring part where I just kite away and just kind of wait for my torpedoes to reload. Which is the only annoying thing. Here I switch to AP because I'm afraid the Grasp-B will pop out of nowhere. In all fairness, if the Grasp-B decided to hunt me down, I wouldn't have been able to execute this maneuver, and honestly we would have lost the match. Pretty easily we would have lost the match here. So the Fuso is still chasing me, and this is another thing that should have got me killed. I beach myself, and the Grasp-B spots me. And I pretty much barely make it out alive. So this by far was not a clean match at all. I was kind of sloppy, and I should have gotten a Kraken Unleashed in this match if I'm being honest, but I was still relatively new, I guess, to destroyers, but now I would call myself a straight up destroyer captain, especially on Japanese torpedo boats. So here I fire one widespread and then the other sequential because I'm like, this Fuso needs to die or else we might lose by points. And this is when I make the boo-boo mistake of not paying attention to where I'm at, and I get spotted. And the Grasp-B's right there staring at me.
Smoke generator started.
Luckily the Fuso misses shots. Barely. Had he hit all of them, and had he got good dispersion, I would have been a one-shot. And there you see the torpedo hits. Fuso can't get out the way, and he's gone. And now time is pretty much up for them. They just lost the battleship. They can't win by points. Nothing. They've lost the match. And I feel proud of myself because normally in these types of situations I panic. But I didn't panic. I kept myself under control. I basically lured the Fuso into a trap. The desperation of the team made them vulnerable. And they basically killed themselves. So this has been a semi-guide and also a decent battle with Ocean Breezer 325. Again, commander build at the end of the video, which will be coming up soon. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So anyway, thank you for riding the waves with Ocean Breezer.